We've all been in love, right? We saw this cute girl somewhere and we were like, oh my gosh, she's the only one for me. And you'd be right, because that girl over there is the only one that does good basketball stuff. This analogy is gonna come back around, I swear to God, just stick with me. But every day, you start seeing money go missing from your wallet. And the only moment she wants to spend time with you is when you go jewelry or NBA jersey shopping. Just stick with me on this. And she's always making up new excuses to get you to spend money on her. And one day she comes up to you and says,
"Great news, honey. I just increased my prices."
Prices? What prices?
Well, I've been so successful sucking money away from idiots like you, and I'm the only girl allowed to do any NBA stuff. I can now gouge and drain every last cent from millions of you.
And her name?
Is 2K Sports.
And her middle name is NBA 2K23. Look, I'm done making crappy analogies work. I'm in hyper-triggered mode.
Now let's do this thing!
Picture it. Everyone surrounding you at a moment's notice will call you the N-word. You're surrounded by lag in every game mode. The community filled to burst with dudes who never made the varsity team and are now trying to make up for it in this video game. And the entire community more toxic than the drinking water in the US. You know, the ones with the plastic in it? Yeah, you know that plastic bottle you drank out of? You might as well just ate that shit. And it still wouldn't be as toxic or poisonous as the NBA 2K community. But here's the best part. You paid $70 to $100 for the butt-f***ing privilege of entering this place. You know what? Butt-f***ing doesn't get my point across enough. I think would be a better analogy here, because that seems a more apt comparison of what it's like to be in this train derailment of a game franchise. You ever heard Aiden Ross try to speak?
What does a fascist mean? It means you are a far-right authorization. Ultra-analitist. Oh my God! Ultra-analytist. I don't know what that means, bro. What the f*** are these people, bro? Never heard in my f***ing life. What is an example of a fascist? Yo!
He's trying to say fascism! The experience of hearing this mongoloid attempting 3-syllable words is everyone you will speak to in this game! And you keep playing because you freaking hate yourself! 2K has earned their spot alongside the likes of EA buying and destroying famous studios. They have grown to such an extent that any pretense of representing the game and league I enjoy watching, immortalizing the legends that grace the game, is a joke. But it wasn't always like this. NBA 2K used to be like a video game that was like normal. You buy it, you play some basketball, but it all changed. When NBA 2K10 released, it introduced the My Career section, a huge leap for the series, wherein you would create a player and play out their career in the NBA. If you can make it there, the D-League was there if you couldn't make it. And it wasn't bad, it wasn't like good either. Back in 2009, things like Modern Warfare 2 and Uncharted 2 had just come out, and many sports games were still figuring things out. Madden had just got their graphics looking nice, but NBA 2K10 didn't play well or look good whatsoever. The phrase "the players look like aliens" would be something that haunted the franchise for some time, and the gameplay was nowhere near capturing the actual movement and feel of basketball at all. However, over time they continued to improve. 2K11 is widely still considered the best game in the NBA 2K franchise. 2K12 saw animations improve and truly begin to flesh out the My Career mode. However, NBA 2K13 changed things. This 2K added virtual currency. Yes, they didn't bother disguising it, and it was still the name used today. This was the first NBA 2K that demanded money from you, but it wasn't actually that bad. Most VC you could buy was a 10,000 VC pack costing a paltry $3. Use VC to upgrade your player with new animations, stats, you get it. But a non-VC currency was still in use, that being skill points that you earned by doing drills and the like. A novel concept that would never work in today's 2K. Please help us. But when a particular type of OnlyFans woman who doesn't have any kind of moral compass sees dollar signs in her eyes, those things sold for $3, well, they start costing just a bit more, don't they? 2K14 saw the 50,000 VC pack for $10. Highway robbery even then. until we finally saw how low this company could go. Finally introducing in 2K16 what has become the standard VC amounts we see today, where you could buy 450,000 VC for $100 and 200,000 VC costing $50. And the increase in VC amounts also heralded the change of what exactly you used VC for. See, back in the day, VC could supplement your players, speeding up their progress a bit. But in 2K16, this was the first time when you bought this game for $60 and then had to shell out $50 to even begin on a level playing field in PvP modes. Yes, you paid $50 to make a character, but you don't have to buy the VC. We don't force you. That would just be mean. You simply will be 65 overall, while everyone else who paid us gets to start at 85 overall. Very fair. Now give me $100 for these 2K Bitcoins. And we put up with it. You wanna know why? Because no one else makes an NBA game, and the only one who could challenge NBA 2K's dominance? Who would be our savior? Electronic Arts.
Electronic Arts.
And that's the worst part. We're trapped. 2K has a stranglehold on us. Those of us who love basketball, we're stuck. And yeah, you can earn VC without paying, but in personal accounts about their varying times to level their player to 99 overall, ranging from 1 to 2
months.
And that's if you're playing every single day. 2K will only take from us the compromise position here. Maybe that would be make the game free to play. This would alleviate a bit of that cost to make a new character that is required, and it is required. I don't care what Lil Ronnie has to say. You have to buy $100 worth of essentially crappier Bitcoin tokens. However, if you made NBA 2K24 a more MMO type service, or simply released NBA 2K and then supported that game for some time afterwards, then you can doubly spend time on tweaking and improving gameplay aspects of the games. However, they will never do this. Now, take this as a person who's never made a video game before, but I also truly never plotted surreptitious ways to take people's money through a business model. So, 2K focuses on their yearly releases. Upon release day, you will find a huge boom in VC and game sales, and then this fades over that year. Then in September, we start all over again. You're guaranteed to have a massive surge of money. If they were to switch, you would need to find ways of supporting the game that adds content over time and unlock, say, World of Warcraft style gameplay or progression. There's only so much you can do with basketball, especially if you want to keep the game realistic. And if we only did a yearly release that was free to play, you're taking a massive risk that people spend less on VC and cutting that massive boom they experience every year. Gravy train has got to keep a-rolling, and 2K will never stop this, at least for now. Which, at this point, 2K is more likely to introduce a subscription-based model to their games than ever do something that helps us. Part 2 is just going to be more complaining, isn't it? NBA 2K23 has been one of the better 2Ks to come out, but instead of being able to enjoy the game, we get slapped across the face by our pimp 2K demanding we give over our entire paycheck, not for bills, shelter, or freaking food, but for virtual currency. The fact that the NBA as an institution has said how they want to expand their game, make it where everyone can play, and continue doing business with people who are literally limiting the reach of the game that represents them by making only six-figure earners the ones who can play this crap consistently. But instead of waiting, we buy it every year. We don't take a stand. We let 2K just run over our nuts and we beg for more. I hadn't played 2K since 2K20. This was the first one I picked up in a long time. And it's really good, actually. I mean, all the kinks haven't been worked out of the story, but considering where they came from, I think I'll take what they're doing now. But I enjoyed my time with the gameplay. However, the issues I face from having messages shoved in my face daily, more and more money demanded from me, because I have to literally budget how much I can spend on VC, and then be told by some derpy rapper wannabe named Ron that, we don't force people to buy the VC. You could just spend thousands of hours on minuscule rewards from our quests. Ronnie further talks about how hard it is to put enough content out, making sure the consumer feels they've gotten their money's worth, and they're trying their best as they can. We're trying to put out as much content as possible and give the consumer as much as we can. I remember that the cost of the game when the generation shifted was a big conversation, and obviously the price and opportunity cost of making a game has gone up a lot. but I think we still do a very good job of giving as much content as possible. We're giving you hundreds of hours of entertainment versus a couple of hours in the theater. Ronnie also reiterated that players are not forced to spend money to increase their player ratings, saying, there's ways to earn your way to that as well, and we're trying to give the opportunity to play the game the way that you want to, and not force you down any lane. Ronnie, baby, sit on a then you can know 1/100th of the pain you've caused on working class people who spend their day begging for a bathroom break from their Amazon overlords and then come home to your game and beg you for just a crumb more of your glorified Bitcoin gambling tokens that you can bet on basketball games in the game, but you guys take a portion of the pot from the VC wager for no reason. Oh, but you love making sure that you bleed us dry on a daily dang basis. I haven't been back to the game in a while as I've been wanting to create a new character, but it cost me $100. And on top of that, in NBA 2K21, you had the gall to introduce unskippable ads? This is how you make communists. This is how you make people yearn for such serious political change that they want a completely new form of government because you keep You know, I subbed to this channel, Jim Sterling. She's trans. Her name is Stephanie Sterling now. And she had a really good quote. Sometimes whining works. If that's our weapon, do it. I want to know Ronnie has to open his email every day and ask why the community is always freaking whining about the VC prices. I want to know Ronnie can't simply ignore that every press event and every time he has to make some kind of statement about our whining. Now, unaliving threats, that's a different thing. Don't do that. But hey, whine! Make Ronnie, anyone that will listen, have to reckon with the fact that there are people who need to send a message to corporate that we are not happy. You're annoying. You can get something done. Will they get rid of VC entirely? No. We're turning to either lower VC prices closer to $20, $30 for the biggest pack. This is all we can do. I'll link below the emails, contacts, whatever I can find where you can go complain. Also, if you enjoyed the video, subscribe. I don't even know why I made this video. I'm just a huge basketball fan. Who wants to listen to this? Subscribe if you want to hear more of that. Bye.